So we know that every time we visit a website or an application, that application could be setting up a cookie into our browser. It could be putting information into our browser so that every time we visit that website or application back, they can pull that information and know who we are. That way they can personalize the application or the website and give us a better experience, right? How do we do the same thing they are doing? How do we make an application that could actually set a cookie for a user and then read the data back and do things with that data? Well, on this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. This is going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome lecture. All right. So let's go ahead and open our co-editor. First thing that we got to do. And the second thing is always almost the second thing, and that is saving as this blank.php, and we are going to call this cookies.php. And here on the duck type declaration above that, we are going to open a PHP tag. Okay. Now know that the cookies, how we set cookies, is with a function called setCookie. You also got to know that the information of the cookie of the user is saved in a super global called cookie. All right. So this is gonna all the information is gonna be saved in the super global here, and it's gonna be in a associative array. Okay, just know that this is a variable. All right, underscore cookie. Now don't get confused about the associative array thing. Know that PHP handles that in the back. It's already set for us, meaning that we can call this cookie super global anywhere in our application, in any page, and we don't need to let PHP know that it is a global. PHP already has it defined for us, and it has all the methods attached to this in the back. And when I say methods, I mean functions. All right, there's a bunch of things happening in the background that we don't know about that PHP takes care. Okay, and of course with the Apache server. So now, first of all, let's go ahead and set the cookie, and then I'll show you how to read it. All right, so right now let's go ahead and set the cookie. We're gonna use a function called setCookie. All right, and we know this is how we declare, this is how we call a function with the name of the function and the parentheses, and know that this function is already set for us in PHP. It's a pre-built function, so it's gonna take 3 parameters. All right, know that it takes 3 parameters. The 3 parameters, the first one right here is gonna be the name. So I'm just gonna say name, and I'm just gonna say some name. All right, you know how descriptive I am with names. That was actually being ironic. All right, the second is going to be the value of that. All right, so the value would be, I don't know, let's say 100. That would be the value. It could be anything you want, really doesn't matter. And the third parameter that is going to take its expiration. When do we want this cookie to expire? Next week, 2 weeks from now? Let me just write this. 3 years from now, when do you want that cookie to expire? The great thing about this is that it's unreal. If you think about it, we can go ahead and take control of the set up a value into a user's browser, right? And then we can set that value there for years. When they come back, we know who they are again, and then we can just say, hey, listen, last time you were watching this, now I want you to watch this. Watch this. I mean, it's unbelievable if you think about it, right? It's really awesome. So anyways, let's go ahead, and for expiration, we're going to use a time function. This time function, and most of the functions with time, related to time, they are done with seconds. So this time function, the way it is going to give me all the seconds from 1970, and you can reference this time function in the php.net if you want to check it out. But basically it's going to give me all the seconds from 1970 till now. What we need to do is, because we have all the seconds here, right, current seconds, but what we want to do is add an expiration date. So from today, I want to add something here. And the way I do that is I'm going to use 60 seconds, right? Then we know in 60 seconds, So we use 60. Remember, this is going to be seconds here. So you know, in 60 seconds we have a minute, 60 minutes we have an hour. All right, and then in 24 we have 24 hours. What we're doing is we're multiplying seconds times minutes times days. All right here, 7. Okay, this translates into a week ahead right now. We're adding a week to it. So we're doing seconds times minutes times hours. Okay, we know that 60 minutes equals 1 hour, right here, times 24, that's 24 hours. 24 hours times 7, that equals a week. All right, just keep that in mind. These are seconds that we are multiplying. So we have a week in advance here. So we are setting this cookie to expire in a week. Let's actually set it to expire in a later time. What about if we want it to expire later in 3 years from now? So we need to make that calculation right here. I'm not gonna go into details about that. Just know that this is a week from now. And this video is already running a little late. So let's go ahead and set this right now. So let's first start with the name. Let's do the value here. All right, and expiration. I'm gonna do a copy right here. All right, so now, all right, this cookie is gonna be set into the browser every time they visit our application. So they have to visit cookies.php. This is gonna be set automatically. All right, so let's go ahead and do that, and then we find out how we let we see if it was set. All right, so let's go and click here, and it's gonna go to the document. Right now the cookie is supposed to be set because we visit that this page right here. So let's go to Chrome and let's find out. Let's go to settings, let's go to show advanced settings, content settings, and it should say something about localhost. All right, so let's look for it somewhere here. Site locally. Let's see if we can find it without spending too much time on it. So the site should be localhost. You've probably seen it already right here, localhost. And you see right here the sum name, right? That's the value right there. So let's click on it. Let's see what information we get. So we got the name, sum name, we got the value, content, the domains, the localhost. It gave us some extra information. The /, send from any kind of connection, accessible, yes, created right now, and in a week it's gonna be expired. All right, 7 days from the 9 is the 16 right there. Okay, and we can remove it right here. So on this video here, I show you how to set up a cookie. Now now we can go ahead and test this out if we wanted to. All right, so we can find out, we can set this information in the user's computer, and then when they come back we can do things depending on this information. We can say if name is this, if value is this, or if the user did this and that, we do this and that. I mean, I'm not going to go into details right now, but just know that we can do things depending on the user, on this cookie's values. All right, on the next video I'm going to show you how to read this value, all right, and how to do things depending on that value. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this lecture. I'll see you in the next one.